Okay. Islam Dwayne by Beye. Is March 13, 2019. I, Rhonda Arrington-Bey, as your wife, as a Hebrew Muslim, and my nationality is Moorish American. I'm about to read the Holy Quran. I'm at Whole Foods in Annapolis, Maryland. Okay, and this is the Holy Quran. Okay, I'm rereading. Okay, I'm going to start off with the opening, but I'm going to read the Cow, chapter 2. I'm rereading this part, starting with section 17, but I'm going to do the opening first. Islam. It says, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Master of the day of requital. Thee do we serve, and thee do we beseech for help. Guide us on the right path, the path of those upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not those upon whom wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray. Islam. Okay, now I'm reading the Cow, chapter 2, section 17. The fools among the people will say, what has turned them from the Kabbalah which they had? Say, the east and the west belong only to Allah. He guides whom He pleases to the right path. And thus we have made you an exalted nation, that you may be the bearers of witness to the people, and that the messenger may be a bearer of witness to you. And we did make that which thou wouldst have to be the Kabbalah, but that we might distinguish him who follows the messenger from him who turns back upon his heels. And it was indeed a hard test, except for those whom Allah has guided. Nor was Allah going to make your faith to be fruitless. Surely Allah is compassionate, merciful to the people. Indeed, we see the turning of the face to heaven. So we shall surely make thee master of the Kabbalah, which thou likest. Turn then thy face towards the sacred mosque, and wherever you are turned your faces towards it, and those who have been given the book certainly know that it is the truth from their Lord, and Allah is not heedless of what they do. And if thou should bring to those who have been given the book every sign, they would not follow thy Kabbalah, nor canst thou be a follower of their Kabbalah, neither are they the follower of each other's Kabbalah. And if thou should follow their desires after the knowledge that has come to thee, then thou wouldst indeed be the wrongdoers. Okay, I'm going to reread that again. And even thou should bring to those who have been given the book every sign, they would not follow thy Kabbalah. Nor canst thou be a follower of their Kabbalah. Nor canst thou be a follower of their Kabbalah. Neither are they the followers of each other's Kabbalah. And if thou should follow their desires after the knowledge that has come to thee, then thou wouldst indeed be of the wrongdoers. Those whom we have given the book recognize him as they recognize their sons. And a party of them surely conceal the truth while they know. The truth is from thy Lord, so be thou not of the doubters. Section 18. The Kaaba is the spiritual center or center, and everyone has a goal to which he turns himself. So be with one another in good works. Wherever you are, Allah will bring you all together. Surely Allah is possessor of power over all things. And from whatsoever place thou comest forth, turn thy face towards the sacred mosque. And surely it is the truth from thy Lord. And Allah is not heedless of what you do. And from whatsoever place thou comest forth, turn thy face towards the sacred mosque. And wherever you are, turn your faces towards it, so that people may have no plea against you except such of them as are unjust. So fear them not, and fear me, and that I may complete my favor to you, and that you may go aright. Even as we have sent among you a messenger from among you, who recites to you our messages, and purifies you, and teaches you the book and the wisdom, and teaches you that which you did not know. Therefore glorify me. I will make you eminent, and give thanks to me, and be not ungrateful to me. Section 19. Hard trials necessary to establish truth. O you who believe, seek assistance through patience and prayer. Surely Allah is with the patient. And speak not of those who are slain in Allah's way as dead. Nay, they are alive, but you perceive not. And we shall certainly try you with something of fear and hunger and loss of property and lives and fruits, and give good news to the patient. Who, when a misfortune befalls them, say, surely we are Allah's, and to him we shall return. Those are they on whom are blessings and mercy from their Lord, and those are the followers of the right course. The Safe and the Marwa, I know I'm pronouncing these wrong possibly, but I'm trying, Islam, are truly among the signs of Allah. So whoever makes a pilgrimage to the house or pays a visit to it, there is no blame on him if he goes round them. And whoever does good spontaneously, surely Allah is bountiful in rewarding, knowing. Those who conceal the clear proofs and the guidance that we reveal after, we have made it clear in the book for men. These it is whom Allah curses, and those who curse them too. Except those who repent and amend and make manifest the truth. These it is to whom I turn mercifully, and I am the oft returning to mercy, the merciful. Those who disbelieve and die while they are disbelievers, these it is on whom is the curse of Allah and the angels and men, of all of them. Abiding therein, their chastisement shall not be lightened, nor shall they be giving respite. And your God is one God. There is no God but He. He is the beneficent, the merciful. This is section 20. Unity must prevail. In the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the alternation of night and day, and the ships that run in the sea with that which profits men, and the water that Allah sends down from the sky, that gives life therewith to the earth after its death, and spreads in it all kinds of animals, and the changing of the winds, and the clouds made subservient between heaven and earth. There are surely signs for a people who understand. Yet there are some men who take for themselves objects of worship besides Allah, whom they love as they should love Allah. And those who believe are stronger in their love for Allah. And oh, that the wrongdoers had seen, when they see the chastisement, that the power is wholly Allah's, and that Allah's is severe in chastising. Okay, I'm going to read that again. Yet there are some men who take for themselves objects of worship besides Allah, whom they love as they should love Allah. And those who believe are stronger in their love for Allah. And oh, that the wrongdoers had seen, and oh, that the wrongdoers had seen, when they see the chastisement. The power is wholly Allah's, and that Allah is severe in chastising. When those who were followed renounce those who followed them, and they see the chastisement, and their ties are cut asunder. And those who followed will say, if we could but return, we would renounce them as they have renounced us. Thus will Allah show them their deeds to be intense regret to them, and they will not escape from the fire. Section 21, prohibited food. O man, eat the lawful and good things from what is in the earth, and follow not the footsteps of the devil. Surely he is an open enemy to you. He enjoins on you only evil and indecency, and that you speak against Allah what you know not. And when it is said to them, follow what Allah has revealed, they say, nay, we follow that wherein we found our fathers. What? Even though their fathers had no sense at all, nor did they follow the right way. And the parable of those who disbelieve is as the parable of one who calls out to that which hears no more than a call and a cry, deaf, dumb, blind, so they have no sense. O you who believe, eat of the good things that we have provided you with, and give thanks to Allah if He it is whom you serve. He has forbidden you only what dies of itself, and blood, and the flesh of swine, and that over which any other name than that of Allah has been invoked. Then whoever is driven by necessity, not desiring nor exceeding the limit, no sin is upon him. Surely Allah is forgiving, merciful. Those who conceal aught of the book that Allah has revealed and take for it a small price, they eat nothing but fire into their bellies, and Allah will not speak to them on the day of resurrection, nor will He purify them, and for them is a painful chastisement. Those are they who buy error for guidance and chastisement for forgiveness. How bold they are to challenge the fire. That is because Allah has revealed the book with truth, and surely those who disagree about the book go far in opposition. Section 22, Retaliation and Bequest. Actually, I'm going to stop right there at 21. Section 21, Prohibited Foods. Now what I'm going to do is read President Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. Some of this might be misprint because I copied this and I might have copied a word wrong, so I hope I didn't. So this is President Abraham Lincoln delivered the 272-word Gettysburg Address on November. I wrote the words down wrong, whereas I copied. On November 19, 1863, on the battlefield near Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. 87 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or distract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they here gave the last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and the government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from this earth. Islam, from the earth. Islam. Okay, so that is my President Lincoln, that is what I read, President Abraham Lincoln Gettysburg Address. Now, my spirit, I found the Bill of Rights. I know I'd written that. Okay. Now I'm going to read the Proclamation of Amnesty and Reconstruction, a part of it. That Abraham Lincoln passed December 8, 1863. And this is what is used for those who are out of the constitutional votes. Robert E. Lee, Dwayne Beye, I learned this from Russian American National Republic. He took an oath to get back into the constitutional fold. This is a form of naturalization. Naturalization is spoke of in Article 1, Section 8, Clause 4 of the U.S.A. Constitution of 1787. Okay, it says I, blank, blank, and that's where you, those who have to take an oath to get back into the constitutional fold do solemnly swear in the presence of Almighty God that I will henceforth faithfully support, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Union of the States thereunder, and that I will in like manner abide by and faithfully support all acts of Congress passed during the existing rebellion with the reference to slaves, so long and so far as not repealed, modified, or held void by Congress or by the decision of the Supreme Court, and that I will in like manner abide by and faithfully support all proclamations of the President made during the existing rebellion having reference to slaves, so long and so far as not modified or declared void by decisions of the Supreme Court, so help me God. Then it also speaks about those who are not able to get back into the constitutional fold because they have so it says I'm going to read one quick paragraph. It says, though the persons accepted from the benefits of the foregoing provisions, so they are not able to get to be naturalized, to get back into the constitutional fold, are all who are or shall have been civil or diplomatic officers or agents of the so-called Confederate government, all who have left judicial stations under the United States to aid the rebellion, all who are or shall have been military or naval officers of said so-called Confederate government above the rank of colonel in the Army or of lieutenant in the Navy, all who left seats in the United States Congress to aid the rebellion, all who resigned commissions in the Army or Navy of the United States and afterwards aided the rebellion, and all who have engaged in any way in treating colored persons or while persons in charge of such, otherwise than lawfully as prisoners of war, and which persons may have been found in the United States service as soldiers, seamen, or in other capacities. Okay? And now I'm going to read the initial Emancipation Proclamation, a part of it. And this is President Abraham Lincoln. He passed 4 proclamations. Okay, and this is all included when you are naturalized properly. Abraham Lincoln, I've learned this to Moorish American National Republic. Abraham Lincoln proclamations, the 13th Amendment with 20 sections. Okay, so this is the initial Emancipation Proclamation, Part 1, that I did. It was ratified September the 22nd, 1862. I, Abraham Lincoln, President of the United States of America, Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy thereof. Okay, because the President is Commander-in-Chief. Okay, that uphold the Constitution in all aspects of the Constitution of 1787. Commander-in-Chief. I, Abraham Lincoln, President of the United States of America and Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy thereof, do hereby proclaim and declare that hereafter, as heretofore, the war will be persecuted for the object of practically restoring the constitutional relations between the United States and each of the states, and the people thereof, in which state the relation is or may be suspended or disturbed. Okay? Islam. So that's it. This is March the 13th, 2019, and that's it for today on my reading here. I'm going to head back. Islam. I'm in Annapolis, Maryland, Whole Foods.